Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. I plan to make this two different videos this week because there are so many books. However, things have gotten really busy and I just was like, you know what, we're just going to make this one video. And there will be timestamps throughout the video, so if you want to see just certain books, you can easily move to those. If you want to see all the books, of course, feel free to stick around for all of them. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll give a quick kitten update at the end. So, alright, so we're going to do a couple digital books, coloring sheets, if you will, to start with. So I had mentioned that Deborah Muller is having issues with Amazon. Somebody, just in a nutshell, somebody reported her work as Gen AI work, and while Amazon doesn't have a problem with that, apparently you have to specify that to them, which is news to me because I've looked at a number of books that are AI, not Gen AI, but AI generated, and none of them say on the Amazon profile that they are AI generated. So like, if Amazon's doing that, like, I really need them to put that flag on their pages. Like, please let us know as well. But anyway, as you can see, her stuff is very much hand-drawn, and beautiful, of course, but just ridiculous. Anyway, she is having to jump through 1,000 hoops to prove that her work is indeed her work. And her books are still not back yet. All her Zendoodle books are still there, but her self-published books are still down. I would highly encourage that if you do like her work and you don't mind digital downloads, maybe, you know, if you've had your eye on a couple books or something, head over to her Etsy shop and purchase some books. She just released a new book, I think called Royalty or something like that. She normally releases them simultaneously on Etsy and Amazon, but she can't wait on Amazon any longer, so definitely go check that out. But, you know, obviously this is taking a hit to her sales, and so anything we can do to try to help her while this is going on, you know, just if you were going to get some anyway. Plus, I think if you're part of her coloring group on Facebook, you can get a discount code to use on Etsy, which I used. And she does have a new Easter kind of spring book. This is what the cover looks like. It's bunnies, bears, and blooms. That was going to be part of my list of books to order, and then this thing with Amazon happened, and so I just ordered the digital version because I didn't want to wait. Now, normally when I get digital books, I will print them out on regular copy paper 6 to a page just to give me thumbnails to look at when I'm picking one to print out on the nicer paper. But I saw a few flip throughs of this and it is adorable. I love the bunnies here. I love her outfit, honestly. I would totally wear that going to the mailbox, you know, because I go so many places. Love the owls, them dancing around under the moon. Kind of like these for flip throughs too, because it's easier to see the multiple images at a time. They're a lot faster. Love their little hats. Very cute book. I really hope I can get a picture this weekend. But when it comes to holiday coloring, I've just realized I give myself 2 months. Like the month that the holidays end. Sometimes I give it 3 months. Like Halloween, it'll be September, October, November. So you'll probably see me coloring spring type images or Easter type images even in May. Whoops, sorry, just hit the mic. I really need to find a way to have fewer cords to deal with. Anyway, it is a super cute book. Definitely glad I went ahead and got the digital version. It's one less book on my shelf, and if they're on a folder on my computer, The good news is that I'm less likely to see them and get overwhelmed. The bad news is I'm less likely to see them, so I don't jump to those as often because, and I used to fight with my printer, but I've gotten a new printer specifically for like photos and coloring book paper, like thicker paper. So, which I haven't even tried it yet, so we need to try that. The other thing I got was a little series, I think it's 6 pages of mini dragon illustrations that Deborah Muller did. And I meant to print these on the whole page, but it only did half the page. I gotta fix that. But again, it's on the copy paper, so I don't mind. But these are just little mini dragon images. And I love dragons, so... Those are also available. These are just available on her Etsy site. So I just thought they were really cute. I'll link to both in the description. I'm not. Oh, well, this doesn't have anything to do with Amazon. Yeah, Amazon anyway, except meh to Amazon on that situation. I hope for her sake she gets that fixed soon. And we've talked endlessly about my feelings about that kind of stuff, and the fact that you can search using her name right now and find books that are obviously not her books, that are pulling her copyrighted work. Those are available. Oh, can't get those taken down, but you know, just let somebody accuse a established account, well-established account of having Gen AI work, and then all of a sudden that gets taken down automatically. Sorry, I had to take a drink of Coke, but I digress. Anyway, Jen Racine has a new book out, just perfect for spring. This is Berries, Blooms, and Bugs. Now, I did say in my last flip through that, like, I don't normally color flowers very often, but usually if there are other things in the picture, like, I like these because they have, like, these little caterpillars are cute, little butterflies. I would definitely be more apt to color these. In simpler images with flowers, I don't mind so much. It's just big floral arrangements I typically, I don't know if that's Winry or BMO. Somebody's meowing. I like the little mini images too. A lot of artists are doing like little mini illustrations, like the ones I showed you with the dragons, and now this, and I dig that. I don't want regular size coloring pages to go away, but I also like having options. Some days maybe I only have enough time to do a smaller image like this. I like how she does hers with the different shapes too. That is a neat touch. Oof. That will be the last picture. Eye color. If I'm getting close to finishing this book. I know they are a part of nature, but that doesn't mean that I like them. Bees and I kind of have an understanding. Spiders and wasps, just no thank you. I'm pretty cool with everything else as long as it doesn't land on me or jump on me. Poor butterflies, man. I know they're harmless, but like if I'm outside and something lands on me, I'm instantly going to be flailing around. It could be a butterfly. And completely, you know, I'm okay with that, but I'm fight or flight when something lands on me like that. Like, I never take the time to check and see what it is before I start flailing around. You want to see me wig out, like get a little cat toy wand with a string and put something on it and just from a distance like try to drop it around my head or my shoulders. Like you will see me. I wouldn't be able to get out of bed for a week. I'd be trying to contort into so many different shapes, and I would be trying to figure out how to implode and pop out of existence to avoid something landing on me. Color Me Easter. I did cover y'all that watched my flip through my collection last weekend actually heard me basically order this while we were talking, because I was looking to see if there were other Color Me books, and I saw there was an Easter one, and I couldn't resist because we're so close to Easter, of course. And normally I'm used to it being in April, so I feel like it's come up too quick. Oh, that's so cute. Sorry, let me back it out just a bit. This has quite a few images in it, from what I can tell. Probably closer to 50. That right there is the number one reason why I don't try to garden, other than the fact that I just don't have the physical capability to do such a thing. I love fresh garden like produce, and I would love to even just have some tomato plants or something, but any sort of bed we would have to build. My parents had to use an electric fence. We'd have to build some type of protection because we have so many deer. The deer will eat our bird seed. Like, they have no qualms coming into the car. Yeah, they're that familiar with us, man. We can't even leave our car doors open. They just crawl right in like, hey, I see you got some Sonic there. You gonna share? I don't eat meat. Well, joke's on you. Rawr. And then they turn on me. Anyway, they get into the yard and they clean out the birdseed, and they would have no qualms picking through a garden. And what they didn't get, the rabbits and the groundhogs would get the rest of. So man, I'm so tired. Like, it's been busy as always. Never stops, it seems. I think I'm gonna my first mistake is assuming I'm going to have an easy week. That's always my first mistake. Maybe I should try changing my thinking and just think every week's going to be horrible and busy. And the universe is like, yeah, nice try on the reverse psychology. Oh, sleepy chick. I'll show you. It's still going to be awful. I got some things done this week, though. I've been putting off for a long time. My husband's been super busy. We had a load of gravel dumped today. We needed to re-gravel our driveway. And he's been out there trying to work on spreading it. He would rather just have it dumped and spread it himself, though I warned him, because the last time I had it dumped, and I mean, that was probably 12 years ago, so yeah, we needed some new gravel. I was out there trying to spread it for the better part of the week, and that was before I got sick, and like, it about broke me. And I was like 40 pounds, 50 pounds less than I am now, and in probably the best shape I'd been in a while. And love this picture. I was like, you sure about that? Because when I tell you, I know you're in the best shape you've ever been, but I'm telling you, this is backbreaking work, if hard labor, if you're not used to it. And he's like, oh, I got it. And I'm like, okay. Checking to make sure, like all the basic things that we might need for the next few days. He's been taking on, like, since January and all that happened, he's been doing a lot more, like, projects around the house and stuff, trying to get some of those caught up. And the weather's great right now too, and he's actually been taking the majority of the cooking and chores because I've been so busy with work. This is such a cute picture. And so I was like, do we have leftovers for the next few days? Do we, are the litter boxes scooped? Like, could we survive a few days if he is so sore in the morning he can't get out of bed? But he's been working on that. I got about half of it, I think. He's got another half. I don't like that those are back to back on the end, though. Wow, that's more than 50. That's like 100 images. So, oh, they have a hashtag too. I'd love to get a picture in this week. Running through these quick today. Easter. This was another one. We were talking about Ava Browne books. And I was like, I have an Easter book. Oh, that's so cute. And I think it was marked down. And I was like, well, look what fell into my cart. Oh, darn it. Who would have seen that coming? Love her little dress. So adorable. So I did really good this month on waiting till the end of the month to do my book buying. So I've set myself, starting this month, I've set myself a $100 US a month budget for supplies and books. Oh, these are so cute, the little animal shaped eggs. But with that budget, I am trying to wait till more towards the end of the month so I can see what comes out new release wise, see flip throughs, make more mindful choices at the end of the month, because I was buying like every new artist that I love, every new book they put out I would automatically get. And these are so cute. I was like, let me wait to the end of the month and then maybe I won't buy as many. And I feel like that has definitely been the case. While I'm not quite in the no buy, low buy zone that I wanted to be, I feel like my book buying has decreased substantially, by at least half, if not more, in the last 3 months. And I've been very pleased with that. Of course, my coloring has also gone down like that much just because I've been so busy. So, a bird. That is a WTF if I ever saw one. I love these. These are so cute. They're so different. I don't know. It reminds me so much of their gnomes books that I like. They really draw their books with a lot of character. And I just enjoy that. These are really cute. I'm so glad I got this. And I found I was doing a lot of pre-ordering of books that looked good, and then I'd get them and I wasn't happy. Like, there were a couple that came out this week that I've had on my list, like my kind of watch for a pre-order wish list. And I don't know about one of them, but the other I saw, I liked it, but, and I'm not going to say which book it is, but I like it. I like the art in it, but the line art is so thin, and really only certain artists I'm willing to get the thinner line art books. So I look at it, I'm like, man, I'm so glad I didn't like pre-order that, because I hate just sending stuff back. I don't want to do a ton of returns if I can help it. And especially mythographic books, they're so, a lot of times they'll show 4 or 5 images in on Amazon before, when you pre-order it, and I'm like, oh, those look beautiful, I want that book. But then I get it and I find that like those and maybe 5 others are the only pictures I want to color in like 50 images. So I'm guessing, but no, I feel like that's worked really well, so I am pleased with this amount. If I could kind of stick to this or less each month, I think I'd be doing really well. And I forgot to include the supplies earlier this month, so I think I did hit my 100 limit this month. That's fine. That's fine. As long as I can go over. R.J. Hampson, of course, put out a new book, another Mr. Fogherty coloring book, Around the World. And this was on, there was no hesitation on this one. I knew this one. Now, sometimes they're just artists and books where I'm like, I'm getting this book, but we're going to wait. Because I told myself I would wait. And this was one of them. So I think, again, so he does offer hardback books on his site, or is it on Amazon? I'm not sure. So there are hardback versions of his books with slightly better paper. However, they don't have, I think, the second set, the darker images, the dark ones with the dark backgrounds with the slightly altered images, and I really like those. So I find I can make Amazon paper work pretty well for just about everything except straight up colored pencils and heavily water-based media. And I guess push comes to shove, I can always copy one of these images onto a thick cardstock if I just absolutely desperately wanted to use one of those things. Oh, and it's showing like the locations and stuff over here. Sorry, I should have been clear. Oh, he meets a fellow passenger en route. He dreams of the days. Boy, I thought he was time traveling for a minute there. I was like, not only is he around the world, he is around the time. Like, he's back and forth in time, too. I do love the kind of, God, I thought he was, is he flipping somebody off right there? That's what I thought at first, but look at that. Look at that little rat pirate sort of looking character right there. I like the time frame. It feels very what, 1800s kind of feel to it. He's very much a distinguished gentleman in these books. home at last. Second set of pages. Duplicates with subtle changes and black backgrounds. These will be usually almost always the first set of images that I color because I just love black background images. And again, I looked up, these are nice crisp black backgrounds. I haven't been getting as many books with a lot of black like backgrounds and stuff in the books, but I have noticed that the ones I have gotten seem to be pretty crisp. I'm not seeing as much fading or lines like I've been seeing in the past, so maybe the quality's getting a little better. Maybe I'm just lucky in that the places that print these happen to just be getting a good luck run. Oh, it's beautiful. Love it. I always say, and it's so true, I buy books for the person I want to be. I buy books for the colorist I want to be and the free time I wish I had. I don't always buy for the reality of it, but you know, sometimes you just need an escape from reality. Sometimes I need to tap into that. I also would love to travel like this. I usually don't show you the second set of images, but because these do have different... Oh, hang on. Let me go back. Sometimes these have changes, and then they just look different in some cases. So, love the snowflakes. I love that one. That's just against that night sky. I know there's a lot of people that don't like black backgrounds. They prefer to do their own backgrounds. I'm not saying I never like that, but it's just something about it. Like, the black background just to me makes, because I like such vibrant colors, just makes those vibrant colors pop so much more for me. Surprisingly, I do not have all his books, and I need to change that. I think... I don't know if I'll get Oceans. The houses books, I just am not big on houses, so I'll probably not get those. Usually not big on steampunk. I don't know if I have the fantasy tiny homes. I might. I think I need the Pirates book. That might be the last one that I really need of his collection that I would be satisfied with, because y'all know I do love me some pirates. Alright. Fairy Chibis by Alexandra Franzese. This was on my list. This was a new release last month and was on my list, but I decided to wait a little while, and that lasted approximately a month. So, hey, every little bit, right? Like, every little bit. I seriously thought about getting the travel size in these, but sometimes the travel size books are a little trickier to do with marker just because the areas are so much smaller to color, and if you have markers that like to bleed a lot, you have to be careful with them. Ooh, I like this one. I like this one a lot. But I also like the fact that, you know, the white space is reduced a bit more in one of those, in the travel size books. So, but ultimately I decided I'd rather have the full-size books. Excuse me. Usually in these, I'll use pastel. I'll come up with something for the background, or I'll just do a line outline with a marker just to give a color pop of a, you know, background without filling in the entire thing. Rarely do I use a marker and just color all this in. 9 times out of 10, because you have to have a really nice fresh marker to reduce the risk of running out halfway through, and secondly, it's just really hard to get it completely smooth without some lines or some streakiness happening. I love fairies. It's one of those categories I could just buy like all the fairy books. I have to be very careful. It's like cats. There's just certain categories. Woodland animals, animals acting like people. Like, there are just certain categories. I would buy every book in existence with that subject if I just didn't try to limit myself. She's fun. Oh, that's cute. Love the happy, fat-looking little iguana lizard thing going on there. These are really cute. Every time she comes out with one of Chibis books, I'm like, this is so cute. And I'm like, this might be my favorite one. And then she puts another one out. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. Plus, these images feel bigger. It doesn't feel like there's as much white space in this one, which I really dig. Bonus page from Spooky Chibis, which I do also love, but again, buying for the free time I want to have. Kawaii Animals coloring book. I can't remember who had this one. Somebody did. Is it Leriza May? Was this Leriza May? Yes, Leriza May. Marinas, I think. I have a couple books from this artist, and I really like them. Boy, this paper, though, I was shocked when I opened this, because I was like, well, not really shocked, but like, this paper is, you can see the other image so much through these pages. Oh my gosh, I love him. He's so chunky and chubby. These are so cute. But boy, this paper looks so thin. Please don't tell me Amazon is mucking around with their paper again. Like, they've really got to knock that off. We are just millimeters above straight copy paper as it is. Let's not make it any worse. Oh, he's so cute. Hey, look, animals doing people things. Chonky animals doing people things. What did I just say? About limiting myself? He looks so angry having to fold his laundry. Me too, buddy. Me too. Oh, love it. are really cute. What's this one marked down to? I can't remember. Finally, I wanted to show you guys this because it was funny. My husband felt really bad. I was in a mood Monday for a number of reasons, and some of them I just can't talk about because they involve family. But and it's, you know, I'm not gonna, it's my family's business, and I guess they, when they decide they want to talk about stuff, they can. This is stuff to keep private. But anyway, family stuff and just new kitten adjustments, and I was exhausted come Monday. And so yesterday and Monday I was just in a real bad mood. I wanted cereal and all the bad food things for me on Monday, and my husband got those, but then he saw this at the store and was like, I thought it would be cool, like dinosaurs riding skateboards, but it's just dinosaurs. So he was a little disappointed. But it's just a little dinosaurs coloring and activity book. I don't even know if I can find this thing anywhere online, but it's Kappa books, and they're just, it's your standard kids coloring book paper. Differosaurus. Can you figure out which one does not belong? I actually don't know what the answer to that one is. That one maybe? I don't know. What's the dates lately on dinosaurs? There's ones that like they don't even think exist anymore, right? And of course some of these are one-sided, so I'm gonna have to make a decision unless I use crayons. But no, just dinosaurs. Like I said, he was very disappointed. They weren't like riding skateboards and stuff. But he was just trying to help cheer me up a little bit. It's just dinosaurs. I don't know. I don't know what y'all were probably would be shocked if it wasn't dinosaurs, but I don't mind the activity pages because I'll just color the one on the other side. And I'll probably pick one of these up every once in a while. These might be fun to do like completely just crazy things with. Use a bunch of neons. Throw some sparkles and like polka dots and stuff in there. Just, you know. Alright. So, well, this might be the fastest. Like if you clocked me on flip throughs, this might be the fastest I've done flip throughs in a long time. Like I mean business today. I've been frustrated because I've been trying to get to this for 2 or 3 days, and I was like, I'm going to get it done tonight, but I don't want to sit here the rest of the night either because I'm exhausted. So, yeah, there we go. Those are my purchases for the month. There's one or two that I'm like kind of have my eye on that I might get like next month, but I won't. I mean, we're almost at the end of the week. Sorry, I hit the mic again. We're almost at the end of the week anyway, so this is my purchase for the month. 8 books? I mean 8 if you count the dinosaurs. So 7.5, kind of, with those and the little minis. That's not bad for me. That was like a couple weeks. Possibly more, in like a week and a half worth back in like August. So but no, I feel really good about these, and I'm glad the budget thing does seem to be working out well for me. Hopefully you enjoyed these. I guess I will be, we've already covered Ava Browne, so I might start a stack of like artists I've already went through, and then put those in the updated collection at the end, which is, you know, where I will be adding books, kind of like I did with the last collection series. So we might do that, since Or I may cover this one right at the start. You know, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover this right at the start of my next coloring book collection video, which will be next weekend, not this weekend. I am going to do completed pages, though it'll probably be a very short video. Planner update, hopefully on Monday. Hopefully a coloring chat middle of next week. And then back to coloring book collection next weekend. Or if not a coloring chat, then maybe showing you the few supplies I've picked up over the last few months. I don't know. We'll have to see. I guess I could do a book and supply haul since I don't have as many books this time. Yeah, we might do that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, so skipping the coloring book collection this weekend, but we will be back on it next weekend. So we will pick back up with the Ava Browne book, and then we're getting into the Joseph Cadenbang mythographic book. So we're in the C's for the most part. In the completed pages, I'll probably post Saturday morning. So just go ahead and do them early for the month. Kitten update. BMO is doing well. It has been 20 years since I've really had to deal with a kitten this age, and like all my other kittens felt so, with the exception of Bagheera probably, all my other kittens were kind of effortless, and she is a character for sure. She really is more of a Marceline if you know Adventure Time, but BMO seems to stick more as a name, so we might. Well, the BMO has a evil twin, and I can't remember, is it AMO maybe, or something like that, but that just feels too hard to pronounce. So we'll probably stick with BMO. I would have liked to have tried to find a home for her, but she is very, I feel like I had some female kittens her age, but I don't ever recall any of them being so moody. Like, she is very whiny, growly, not in a vicious way, but like, she rolls around to be pet, and you go to pet her, and then she whines, like grumbles. It's more like a grumble. And then you stop, and then she grumbles again, and then you pet her some more. And then, I don't know if I ever get her growling at me, except when I'm getting ready to leave. And then she throws a tantrum because she knows I'm walking out the door. And the last couple times I've done that, she's swatted at me. She grabbed my finger with her claws today and was growling, and I had to blow in her face to get her to let go. Her kitten, pretty much kitten claws, but they still do hurt. And I'm not used to a cat with mood swings like that. I mean, Leroy has mood swings, but maybe I'm just used to his. But she is, and has anyone else ever had a female cat that's like this? Like, you would think all years of cats I've had, I would be knowledgeable in every area, but I am just kind of clueless with her. Like, I'm starting to just let her come to me when she wants pets, and that seems to help. But she still does that thing where she gets real pissy when I'm about to go out, and like, I've got to leave her. I can't just be in the room with her all day, and she is not ready to go in the rest of the house yet. The other cats aren't showing any signs of hissing or growling at her. She is hissing and growling at them. So she is not ready to do things. And she just, man, if you pick her up to take her somewhere, she gets whiny and grumbly. And she just, I don't know, like, maybe she's had a couple months worth of heat cycles, and like, she was just, maybe it's hormones. And over the next few months, those should dissipate now that she's been spayed. I'm really hoping she becomes a little more calm and content. I really hope so, because I just can't figure her out. I mean, she really, like, I'm like, girl, I get you. Like, I really do at your core One minute I'm happy, next minute I'm not. Like, I feel you, but I don't know why as a cat you're acting this way. And I certainly can't talk to her about it because she's not going to be, she does like to play, and she will play and play. I have to put the toy up. She won't stop. And so I've tried really hard, and it does help. It does help to run that energy out of her. The problem is she doesn't want me to stop. And maybe she gets mad because I stop playing. I don't know. I'm really flummoxed with her, to be quite honest. She's got a home here as long as she can actually adjust to living with the other cats. She ain't got to be best friends with them, but as long as we don't have to break up fights and stuff, she has a home here. She's not going anywhere. If she is one of those cats that only wants affection like for 5 minutes a day and just wants to go do her own thing and get in play some, that's fine. That's fine. We are a home of wayward cats. Most of the time I wind up with the ones that wouldn't necessarily be adoptable because I know it would be hard to place them. It feels like somebody needs a little bit of patience to work with her, which I have, but you couldn't put her in a rescue and her just, I feel like, be super ready to go to a home immediately. Like, she does need a little bit socialization work. And I can do it. It's exhausting trying to do it. And this was one of the reasons I didn't really want another cat, like, while I was working in this type of environment, because I'm being pulled at two ends. But it is, it's not a permanent thing I gotta do. And it's, like I said, she's not going anywhere. Maybe if she gets happier and it feels more like she would adjust well to being in a new home or something, maybe she could be considered adoptable then, but really how she is right now, I just don't think she is. She would not adjust well like in a home with children. She doesn't seem like she has a lot of patience. I still don't know if she's going to adjust to the other cats, so I don't know if she's meant to be a single cat. And that's really but that's the biggest problem here. If she can adjust to at least tolerating them, she can be her grumpy self here for as many years as she wants to, and she can just live in the lap of luxury with her screened-in porch and her thousands of food choices and top-notch vet care, and she can just live her grumpy life here, and that's fine. I would rather her do that than what could have happened to her last week. So, but it's just been, like I said, hasn't been quite as smooth a transition as I had hoped, but I'm really crossing my fingers that it's just, she was in heat when she was spayed, and so her hormone levels were high, and it'll have been a week tomorrow, almost a week. I'm just really hoping it's that, and as that dissipates and as she adjusts to being here, that is just going to take some time. I've just been used to my cats being the problem and the cat integrating being chill. This time it's the other way around, I guess, and I don't know what to do with that, especially in such a young cat, because typically if you can get them under a year, they're usually so much more adaptable. So I don't know, but she's getting at least 2+ hours of playtime a day. She is getting plenty of time to chase and run around. I gave her probably her first catnip toy the other night. When I tell you this cat loves catnip, and I had to take the toy with me because I was afraid that's all she would do all night. And no, she wasn't aggressive the night I gave her that. Weirdly, you would think she would have been, but she wasn't. I had to take the toy and leave with it because I was scared she wouldn't calm down. Like, I've had to pick up the toys and take them with me. We were using a combination of a laser light, a wand toy, and the catnip stuff. Like a little catnip toy she rolls around with. I'm trying to keep her interested with a variety of toys, and I always take them with me because if I don't, well, I mean, she can't operate the laser light by herself or the wand, but I'm worried she will just keep playing until she makes herself sick. She almost obsessively wants to play. And like I said, I don't think she's ever been played with before. So again, it's an adjustment period. It's just she is not, I guess, the sweet, innocent kitty I thought she would be, which they never are. They never are. I actually said today she's probably the female equivalent of Leroy, which is just what we needed. Needed another Leroy in the house. But, you know, it's okay. I am willing to take that on. Like I said, we are a home of wayward kitties. The reason I wound up with so many is because the ones I had will probably be hard to find homes for. A lot of them had different issues, and as long as they got along with each other, they could just be whoever they wanted to be here. And, you know, a lot of them, you know, and that's the thing, a lot of them when they were kittens didn't really want a lot of attention or affection. They wanted to be played with, but like they really just wanted to go do cat shit. And like they didn't want to lay them all out, they didn't want to cuddle. Only really the one I like raised from 6 weeks old, my very first one, Felix, was the only one who just always wanted to cuddle, even when he was a kitten. The rest of them just really didn't want to do it, and it wasn't until they got older that they started becoming more affectionate and lovable. Leroy's even kind of, he has his moments, but for the most part, he's not big on, he loves being in my husband's lap. Oh, and I think she's going to prefer my husband to me when it comes to like pets and stuff. She does like me, and she'll like flop against me when she finally has a moment of feeling sweet and affectionate. Like she wants me in there. She wants him in there. She purrs with us. She's not showing signs like she doesn't want us there. It's like she just doesn't know what she wants. But I think she's going to like my husband a little bit more than me, which is kind of how Leroy has turned out. And that's fine. That's fine. Not like it was me who stormed out there and clutched her, snatched her away from the big scary outdoors and saved her life. And, you know, I'm not bitter about that at all. Oh, I'm so tired. Yeah. I might call my therapist tomorrow, and boy, already, it was so bad. Like, so much has hit me this week. I gave her a heads up to tomorrow. I was like, hey, we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to tell you what we have to talk about, because I want you to know what we're coming in here to talk about. And anyway, no time to color. No time to do anything, because now I have to spend my evenings socializing a kitten. So, but you know what? It'll happen. We'll just gotta keep going. So, anyway, that's where we're at. So I will be back Saturday with completed pages, Monday with planner stuff, and we will just go from there. So, hope you enjoyed the flip throughs. Hope you enjoyed the kitten update. Sorry I don't have any more videos and stuff to show. I have some, but man, I'll load them another time. Maybe during my next coloring chat. So, thanks guys for watching. Bye for now.